Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. It is episode 91, and it is brought to you by Win Reality. Guys, we're talking about umpires again because for some reason, you guys really like the episodes where we talk about umpires, and this is a good one. There's not a lot about the umpiring job itself that I think I would enjoy. You're up for a lot of scrutiny if you get a call wrong and all that, but one thing I think I would absolutely love about being an officiator for MLB is my signature strike three call. Guys that don't have one drive me insane. So today we're talking about the different classes of MLB strike three calls, the most unique and the most basic. We're going to break it up into groups today and give you some of our best fun facts about strike three calls, like the fact that most umpires pick a side based on the batter in which they call strike three on. If you're a left-handed batter, they might go right every time or left every time, and vice versa. But we have two major classes of strike three calls, the straighters and the rotators. The guys who display straight ahead call gestures include guys you know like Bill Welke and Ben May, and notable rotators, the other class of this, include Chris Guccione and Bruce Dreckman. But it gets even more specific and unique than that. There's 5 different categories when it comes to the makeup of the motion they make, so let's dive into it. 50% of these strike three calls are what we like to call the lawnmower, the guys that rev up the engine like they're revving up a lawnmower. We also have what I think I would probably go with. 18% of them are the punchers, the guys that really punch you out when you strike out. A much smaller percentage, because I think it's a much harder call to make, 8% of them are the bow and arrow shooters like Larry Vanover and Alan Porter. And 20% of them are Braves fans because they go with the arm chop. 1/5 of those guys, they do the casual, emphatic downward chop. And the best of all, one of a kind in my opinion, John Tumpane with his sword slash. That rules above everybody else in these 5 different categories. There's really no one like John Tumpane. If you're an umpire, you should be more like John Tumpane. But there's more factors that go into this, specifically the timing of the strike three call. Now, a lot of times, umpires like to leave us in suspense after a pivotal pitch is made in at bat. 28% of MLB umpires wait a beat before making that pivotal strike three call. The most emphatic pause of all might be from Larry Vanover, who makes his delayed bow and arrow call, or DJ Rayburn's chop. Those are the most notable delayed strike three calls from umpires.
Wait on umpire Larry Vanover, that's his style.
72% of umpires make the call immediately and don't really draw that same suspense. So in the moment, you might appreciate that, but when you're going back and looking on iconic strikeout calls from called strike threes, that beat really makes all the difference for dramatic effect. Also, a lot of these guys like to put a charge into their strike three call with some footwork. Does your umpire incorporate a step, a back step, a kick into their call? Well, for no footwork, it's the majority of MLB umpires, about 68% total, don't incorporate footwork into their call, but 32% include that kick or that step that really gives it that oomph you need for a big moment. And you might be asking yourself at home, what is the most aggressive strike three call you can find from an umpire? That probably comes from Tom Hallion, who has the punch and jab, which is truly something else. It packs a punch, it's really got that pow, a ripping yank with a full 90-degree rotation. And guys, if you never want to experience that called strike three of pure aggression and vicious nature from Tom Hallion, you better go to Win Reality and improve your swing so you don't strike out in the first place. Thank you to them for sponsoring today's episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. The Win Reality pitcher library consists of over 600 different pitchers from level 8U to pro level. From the release to the spin to the speed, hitters get a chance to study every pitch, then hit it in real time. It gives players of all levels a variety of workouts that are focused on pitch recognition, timing, and decision making. It's used by a majority of MLB teams, most notably the NL MVP winner from last year, Paul Goldschmidt, who used it to improve and put together the best season of his entire career. Hitters love it, coaches rave about it, and parents love what it's done for their children's love for the game of baseball. It allows players to train anywhere, anytime against real game time speed pitches, and their coaches and teammates can't replicate those pitches at practice. It becomes an invaluable tool, so you train in VR and you improve your game out there. So head to winreality.com/stats now. Use that special offer in that link and make sure you're never on the butt end of a very creative, very emphatic strike three call from some MLB umpire. Thank you for watching Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. We will see you guys next time.